And now, WJCL News, working for you.
I've seen gruesome violence, and that was the most disturbing thing I've witnessed.
A man talks about a child falling off a hotel balcony in downtown Savannah last night. Good evening. You're watching WJCL News at 6. I'm Larry Spruill. Rob Macko has the night off. Our top story tonight, guests at the Hyatt Hotel are speaking about the horrible moments after a 9-month-old child fell from a 5th-story balcony last night. WJCL's Ashley Lincoln spoke with them and has more.
I've seen gruesome violence, and that was the most disturbing thing I've witnessed.
Hyatt Hotel guests are still shaken after they say they witnessed a 9-month-old falling from a 5th-floor balcony on the inside of the building.
It makes your stomach hurt. So I feel really bad for the family.
Metro Police told us the accident happened around 9 p.m. Friday night. They say the baby was propped up on the 5th-floor balcony where she fell. One hotel guest who didn't want to show his face told us he witnessed the terrible accident.
The father obviously tripped coming out of the sliding doors. The child hit the floor at the same time. A number of large pots hit the floor. It was a horrendous accident.
He says soon after, the mother ran out onto the balcony screaming, while people on the lower level ran to help the baby.
That is a life-changing, very saddening experience for that family and for everyone that witnessed it.
Allison Threed is a nurse at a children's hospital and says she's dealt with trauma patients that have fallen from balconies.
I mean, it's definitely a tragedy. It's a hard thing to deal with.
We talked to hotel management and they told us they would not like to comment at this time or release anything to hotel guests.
So I hope that this child will be okay.
Reporting in Savannah, Ashley Lincoln for WJCL News.
The baby was transported to Memorial Hospital. She is still in critical condition. A man is dead tonight after a motorcycle accident in Effingham. It happened this morning when the driver lost control and hit a tree. He was driving north on McCall Road towards Blue Jay Road. Effingham County officers told WJCL the driver was riding at a high speed and was ejected from the motorcycle. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The name of the victim has not been released. The accident remains under investigation. Samara, I wanted to thank you in advance. I had Thursday and Friday off. I went to the beach Friday. It was great weather. Round of applause.
Okay, I thought you were saying I'm going to thank you in advance for the great weather coming on Memorial Day because everyone's been setting me up and it's making me look like the bad guy.
Yeah, I wanted to thank you. Great
well,
weather
let's go ahead and
Monday.
take a look right now at the current temperatures, shall we? 83 degrees right now in Savannah. Not quite as hot as what we've been seeing for the past couple of days. 77 up in Hilton Head, 87 in Statesboro, 90 degrees down in Alma, 85 degrees right now in Jessup. Let's take a look at this satellite and radar image where right now we are seeing some moisture starting to make its way into our area. Some cloud coverage, so we can expect mostly to partly cloudy conditions overnight. And as for the temperatures, well, they're going to drop to about 67 degrees by early Sunday morning. But again, we've got some clouds moving into the area. And if this is an indicator or precursor of what's to come, well, you know, in your Storm Tracker weather headlines, we're going to be talking about that. The rain that's to come in our Memorial Day forecast, as well as this interesting temperature trend. Got pretty hot out there, but now things are beginning to cool off. Back to you, Larry.
And of course, warm weather means grilling. If you're firing up the grill for Memorial Day weekend, we've got some helpful tips to keep your family safe. Our grill master, Brandon Lavornia, is working for you tonight with some reminders and updates on food recalls. Brandon?
Well, Larry, you know, it's a beautiful day today. I was noticing some people at the grocery store. What's your favorite food to barbecue?
Ribs and chicken.
Ribs and chicken?
Yeah,
well, ribs right now, you're okay, but chicken, you'll find out why
Right.
you may not want to grill that this weekend. You know, there's been a list of recalls on chicken and beef, so you might want to be careful before you throw it in your shopping basket. Now, Prime Pack Foods is recalling more than 23,000 pounds of fully cooked chicken breast and tender products. That's because they may contain allergens. They were made with eggs, milk, and wheat, which weren't listed on the label. And the FDA says some recalled ground beef may have been sent to stores in 10 states. The Wolverine Packing Company is recalling nearly 2 million pounds of ground beef products that may be contaminated with E. coli. 11 people have reportedly gotten sick. Now, cook your burgers all the way through to at least 160 degrees. Lansol Incorporated is pulling hummus dip products off the shelf as well. Product includes Target, Archer Farms hummus products, Trader Joe's 5-layer dip, edamame hummus, and containers of Tryst yellow lentil hummus with sunflower seeds and apricots are also infected. And before you can even do that, you want to check your grills.
Hoses aren't dry rotted, make sure the tank is not rusted, corroded, and all the burners aren't inside the grill itself. The next thing you want to do is make sure that the grill is clean, because all that excess grease can actually heat back up and start a bigger fire.
And you always want to keep any sharp objects out of the reach of children around your grill area. Now tonight at 10, I'll also have some more important tips for your grill before you start that kickoff. And Larry, you know, I think we should probably bring the grill tomorrow since we'll be working again tomorrow. I'll bring you some ribs. You can bring the chicken.
Ribs? Chicken is fine. Just no burgers, right?
No burgers.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. Hundreds gathered today at Forsyth Park for the 200 Club's 8th annual Savannah Mile Run. The annual run is held in memory of fallen first responders who have lost their lives in the line of duty. Runners ran the 1-mile stretch from Forsyth Park to Johnson Square. Members of the military, fire department, and police officers ran in full gear. All right, and all proceeds from the race will go towards the nonprofit to provide financial assistance to families who lost their loved one in the line of duty. And to help veterans, a number of them handed out Buddy Poppies to celebrate this Memorial Day weekend. VFW members stood outside the Walmart on Whitmarsh Island yesterday. The poppies symbolize the sacrifice made by our men and women fighting overseas. The local group will use the monies collected to support programs to help local veterans. Handing out the flowers is something some vets look forward to.
I think it's a good remembrance of some of the fellas that even gave their lives to fight the war. And it helps the disabled veterans.
And the vets were also outside the Walmart today until 5 o'clock. It's graduation season, and we'll be streaming all Savannah Chatham Public School graduations live on our website this weekend. It's real simple. Just go to our website, WJCL.com, throughout the weekend to find your graduate ceremony. They are all taking place at the Savannah Civic Center. Coming up after the break, hundreds of airmen celebrate the holiday right here at home this year. Ashley Lincoln was at the homecoming celebration. And millions of Americans will hit the road this weekend. Our own Brenda Livornia tells you exactly what to expect. All that and a whole lot more coming up just a couple of minutes right after the break.
This is our primary annual fundraiser for the mission that we have taken, which is to support the families of the policemen and firemen and first responders who have
And now, WJCL News, working for you.
Millions of Americans will hit the road this weekend. Memorial Weekend is one of the busiest, according to AAA. Brenda Livornia has more on what drivers can expect in the coming days.
State Highway Patrolmen say they'll be out in full force, which is why drivers need to be on their best behaviors. Jonas Pontiff is traveling around the southeast region. Today's stop, Savannah.
This is our first vacation in 6 years, so we're really enjoying it.
According to AAA Auto Club, Pontiff is just one of an estimated 36.1 million Americans traveling more than 50 miles from home this weekend. Most of them will by car.
No, traffic hasn't been too bad. We've come down a lot of little state roads instead of the main interstates, so it was a little longer probably than could have been.
Nearly 2 million will go by train, bus, or ship. GSP and DNR agents will be combing the waters for people breaking the laws. Jeremy Jones is planning to do a little driving and a little boating this weekend.
Just take the boat out today and enjoy the weekend.
Jones says he typically avoids sitting in traffic.
Normally stay at home on busy weekends. I think this weekend we're going out for a little bit.
Because of the influx of drivers, Georgia State troopers will be out in full force. Trooper Mark McDonough says drivers better buckle up and obey the speed limits posted or they'll be pulled over.
That the state is our territory. So whether it's a county road or a state highway or interstate, the troopers are going to be out in force everywhere this season.
According to AAA, more than 2 million will fly out of town. And as always, do not operate your boat or car under the influence of alcohol. In the studio, I'm Brandon Labornio for WJCL News, working for you.
And GSP and DNR are partnering this summer season to keep the roads and waterways safe. One sight may be as familiar as traffic this weekend. That would be the American flag. If you plan on showing off Old Glory during your Memorial Day holiday, we've got some rules for you to be aware of. USA.gov says the flag should never touch the ground, the floor, water, or anything beneath it. The flag should never be used as wearing apparel, bedding, or drapery. No part of the flag should ever be used as a costume or athletic uniform. It should always be allowed to fall freely. The flag should never be used as any type of receptacle. Lastly, the flag should not be draped over the hood, top sides, or back of a vehicle or of a railroad or a boat. And it is Memorial Day weekend coming up next. We'll have our weather. Samara, folks are counting on you over there.
Way to put the pressure on me, Larry. That's right. We're going to take a look at the rain to come and find out if it's going to be plaguing our Memorial Day holiday. Stay tuned. All that and more in your full storm tracker forecast.